So you know all those advanced kind of confusing ideas that price action traders always talking about? You know, like a smart money concept, ICT, all that stuff? Well, there's actually a tool out there that automatically spot those key moments for you. And it's awesome whether you're a brand new to this or you've been trading for years. But here's the trap. It's a big one. If you just turn it on, it feels like a million things are happening on your chart at once. It's just overwhelming. So, today, we're gonna ignore all that noise. We're gonna laser focus on just one specific signal it finds. It's called the change of character, or CHOCH, and I'm gonna walk you through step by step how you could build a super simple framework around finding just one pattern. Alright, so what's the heck is a change of character anyway? You know the drill. A change of character is basically the first clear sign that the little downward pattern is breaking. It's the first clue that the pullback might be running out of gas and the main bigger trend could be ready to kick back in. Now, this tool we're using, the Flux Chart Price Action Toolkit, is built to spot this for us automatically. But like I said, it can be a little noisy right out of the box. So, first thing first, we're gonna dive right into the settings. We're gonna turn everything off, all the other signals, and make sure only the change of character box is checked. We want our chart to be super clean, showing us only the one thing we care about today. Okay, check this out. Right here on the chart, the indicator has gone and flagged a change of character signal for us. Now the rookie mistake, and I see this all the time, is to see a signal like this and just think, okay, that's my reason to jump into a trade. But not all signals are created equal, right? A signal that's trying to fight against the main current of the market, that's like trying to swim the upstream. It's usually a low probability play. So the real question is, how do we know if this specific change of character signal is actually following with the market's momentum? This is where adding a simple trend filter is an absolute game changer. It helps us answer that one critical question. Are we swimming with the current or against it? For this, I like to use second tool called the Flux Charts SFX Algo. Now this indicator can do a whole bunch of stuff. It's got its own signals, levels, all that, and we're gonna ignore all of it. We're using it for one simple job, to give us a visual read on the trend with its color-coded band. The idea couldn't be simpler. When the band is blue, it suggests the overall momentum is bullish. When it's red, it's bearish. So, we're building a rule for ourselves. We only pay attention to change of character signals if it's telling us go in the same direction as the band. And just like before, the very first thing we do is jump into its settings, turn off all the extra signals and noise, and make sure only that band is visible. We want our chart as clean as possible. Alright, so let's put all these pieces together. How does this work as a clear, repeatable framework? Let's walk through the whole thought process step by step. The goal here is to create a that simple two-part checklist. Having a process like this is key cause it helps take the guesswork and emotion out of your trading. Step 1. We wait for the price action toolkit to print a change of character signal on the chart. That's our initial alert. Boom, we see one right here. So that's our cue to even start paying attention. Step 2. We immediately look for confirmation from the trend filter. We just glance down at the SFX algo band to see what a story it's telling. In this example, we have a bullish change of character, a potential move up, and the band is blue, which suggests the bigger market momentum is also bullish. When you get that alignment, the small scale signal matching the large scale trend, that's what juices up the probability of the setup. So, for this framework, a break above the change of character line is a setup that meets all our rules. Now, real quick, let's talk about managing the trade, cause that's just as important. A couple of common sense ways to think about it. For the stop loss, you can set it just below the most recent swing low. I mean, if the price breaks that level, the whole reason you get in is probably wrong anyway, right? Some traders also use the SFX band itself as a potential spot. As for a target to keep things systematic, you could use a fixed risk to reward ratio like 1 to 1.5 or maybe 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. This just helps you know your exit plan before you're in the heat of the moment. But here's what's maybe even more important, using the framework to know when to do nothing. Seriously, knowing when to sit on your hands is what separates disciplined traders from everybody else. Take a look at this bearish change of characters that happened just before our good example. We got the signal and we even get our breakout. But what does the step 2 of our checklist say? We look at the SFX band and it's blue. The signal is bearish but the trend is bullish. That's a direct conflict. According to our framework, that's a signal we just ignore completely. No hesitation, no second guessing. We just wait for a better opportunity. Let's just look at one more example real quick just to lock it in. Here we get a bearish change of character, a clear breakout to the downside. We glance at our filter, SFX band is red. So the signal and the trend are in perfect alignment. So that's another valid setup according to this way of thinking. The exact same logic for managing the trade would apply here, just in the other direction. And hey, if you want to explore those two indicators I'm using today, the price action toolkit and the SFX algo, I'll put a link for you down in the description and in the pinned comment so you can check it out for yourself. Happy trading!